What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back, baby. We have our toy haul. We have our toy haul from 2019 New York Comic-Con. Yes! And if this is your first time to this channel, my name is CLETUS Selden. I'm a world-ranked professional boxer, and I am half a gladiator, half a geek. Yeah, it's just crazy. I've been in the Funko movie. I have even had Funko present me with a Funko t-shirt stating that there will be a Funko Pop coming this way shortly.
We haven't had time to make a pop figure yet of Mr. Selden, but we made a nice pop shirt for him tonight. This is for you to give out to one of your lucky fans. All right, we've got two teams left, Breakfast Club and Goonies. You know we're going with the Goonies.
So make sure, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and if you can, like this video, it goes a far way. Now, let's talk about New York Comic-Con 2019. First off, I only went for 3 days, not 4. I was completely exhausted, and each day I went with a plan, and that each day with that plan, I picked up some figures. So I'm gonna start it out from day one, New York Comic-Con. I didn't have to stress too much because I did pick up the SH Figuarts from San Diego Comic-Con. I made a Stud and Duds video for you guys if you haven't seen it, so you kind of knew what Funko Pops I was after. And I had a bunch of figures that I was contemplating on picking up from Nano Droids and the Storm Collectible booth, which we spent like $600 at. $560.71. It was rough. We also stopped at Fig Pin as well, so let's get into day one right now. The first day at New York Comic-Con, I had to put a plan together. I had to see what things are gonna go where, what I really was in search of, and seeing how long lines are. We don't really do lines at New York Comic-Con. It's just the way it is. I just can't do it. Or San Diego, or any, I just can't do lines. And you guys understand that if you've been there, it's the worst. Now, when I was there, there was a bunch of booths that I wanted to check out. One of them, usually on the first day, was going to be the Fig Pin booth, which we got here, and big shout out to the Fig Pin entire staff there. They are fantastic, very enjoyable, and they have keeping up with the limited numbered pieces, as well as going with a few surprises for being in New York. Starting out first, we had our one figure that I want from there, and it was the Care Bear. It was pink. It is 500 piece limited. I picked up the 2019 exclusives that they had at San Diego Comic-Con with the Toy Story figures and the Jokers I got, as well as, I got one more. Ooh, the Toy Story 4 figure. It's really large. I actually gave it to my nephew. He likes them. So this is a one of 500 pieces. This app that this company has created is one of the best that has taken place in the history of collectibles.
Factory score 72 points. How you doing? Unlock and add. I am playing real life collecting video games. Fig Pin just took over my life.
It's almost like leveling up your figures and checking out what edition, which figures you have. I highly suggest, if you have any Fig Pins, download the app, add your figure, and then let's get to it. With that being said, they added two other figures, which were the New York Mets Fig Pin with the New York Mets colors and the stripes on there. And if you're from New York as well, you got yourself a New York Yankees exclusives. I believe these were exclusive only to the con. They were really awesome to have extra as a little buy. I only was looking for this one when I was there, and I told them when I saw all the things that they had on display, which one that I wanted. I said, I want the Care Bear. Know why? Because all the other ones, the Marvel, the DC, the anime ones, I can buy figures for that. There's not too many Care Bear that I can find, and it was a great pickup for me to give to the girlfriend. So that was part of day one. Let's get into the next collectibles, which was quite big. And that comes in with the Bluefin. Bluefin distributes all the collectibles basically in North America, and they had a company called Storm Collectibles that I've been highly in search of, but have not pulled the trigger. I do own the Goro and the Shao Kahn figures. They go to the
Finish him!
Mortal Kombat line. And with that, you kind of been seeing a little theme around my actual collecting. I'm trying to buy the best collectibles of the figures that I can get of that line. If they have a great Mortal Kombat line that they continue to add, I kind of want to collect that one because that's their one license that they have to go on. And I did pick up a few other ones from them as well. Starting out with the boxing ones, I picked up the Muhammad Ali figure. This was released, I think last year or maybe even a year before. I've seen it on Big Bad Toy Store, but I just didn't pull the trigger on it. I'm not gonna take any of these figures out of box yet because I'm probably gonna save them for live streams, which I've watched plenty of reviews on these, so I know what I'm kind of looking forward to and what I'm not into. I was collecting the 1/6 scale figures of these guys, which was this Mike Tyson here, and at the end of it, 1/6 scale boxing wasn't the route I wanted to go. I'm down for the 1/12, and somewhat these figures are almost 1/10 scale. So those were my two sports ones that I got. Next thing we have coming in is New York Comic Con 2019 Smoke figure. This was exclusive to the con, and the difference with this one compared to the other one that they don't have, I'm not even gonna think they're gonna make one, because sometimes they'll make like the Smoke character here and then they'll just make like a bloody variant. There's no bloody variant on these, and I don't see them taking the Smoke effects out. So Smoke was another awesome pickup that I wanted. These figures go between $65 or $60 all the way up to around $90. I believe the most expensive one we bought was around $80. Followed up with the Baraka figure. Kinda a little upset about this one because Big Bad Toy Store has an exclusive one that he's all bloodied up, and I might sell this one and go pick up that one even if it's at a loss. Kinda just really wanted to get the Bloody Series ones, the exclusive ones, because I have the Goro and the Shao Kahn. So I kinda messed up on that one. So yeah, so we got Baraka. The one and only Scorpion. This was the exclusive version to theirs. This one is bloody. It's the special edition right here. That means it is a bloody variant. They usually just do two variants, a regular one and then a bloody one. Yeah, so I'm glad I got this one. I wish I got the original Scorpion because that thing is fucking lit.
Finish him!
I still need to get Sub-Zero as well. Coming in next, and where the fuck is my Cyrax? And then lastly, I almost freaked out because this figure, because you've seen that order that I put in, he was just putting stuff in the bag. I can't believe he couldn't give me a second bag.
I just gave me $561. Unreal.
Mind blown. But we have Cyrax. This does have an exclusive. The exclusive comes with a little fan that it comes on top here. So it's like kinda like in my heart, I might have to sell this as well because I am an exclusive whore, you could say. Yeah, the good thing about going to this booth was that there was no tax on these, so you just pay straight up and you don't have to deal with that, I think. No, I lied. You had to pay tax on these. Usually you don't, so I'm probably gonna sell those two at retail and get the other ones that I really were in search of. If you guys have been following along my live streams, I have been playing a game called Gears 5 with the girlfriend. I have a great time doing so, and with that I was in search of these and I was waiting it out. I didn't want to get the exclusive, I just wanted the common one, the Marcus Phoenix that is exclusive to GameStop, and I wanted to get the Cole figure. Reason being was I sold my two San Diego Comic-Con Funko Pops that I had no more interest in, and I took that extra money and put it towards these guys. Thought these guys were a better line, better series, better everything when it came to collecting this. And it's great too because there's not too many characters. I don't want the Kate character, I just want these two. call it a day. It gives me more of a remembrance of playing the first Gears of War. It was awesome that I was able to get these two. These are going to be boxed on the channel. So we picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures from Storm Collectibles. Unreal. That was just day 1. Let's get to day 2. On day 2, my goal was to actually stop at other booths. I didn't go with my buddy Dan. I brought Punky. I brought my girlfriend with me. And I love bringing her to these kind of events because she doesn't collect anything specifically like we do. Yeah. So she might see a statue, she might see a pin. She will go up and down every single aisle and each and every booth to find something unique and different, which I love because I don't collect strictly Funko Pops no more, and in fact I haven't looked at any Funko Pops while I was there at all. Usually I'm sitting around scanning. We'll take it.
Okay.
Boom, headless Ned,
Right.
throw him in the bag. So we got the headless Ned. Everyone's like, I can't believe he's spending that kind of money. That thing's gonna be worth it. That's my second one that we got. The big boom's here, and I'm not gonna do that. So I had a great time with her. Here's the pickups that we got. I haven't posted a video. I'm not sure if I am. Again, this was one of my favorite times going to the con. Just me and her, no videoing, barely anything, and just having a good time. Starting out first, we stopped at the Nenodroid booth. We have the Jack Skeleton. There is a little Santa one on here. Did not know that was part of this, which is pretty nice. He might not be part of this, but there is a Jack Skeleton Santa on the way. Yeah, so he's not, I don't know if he's part of this. We'll have to wait and see. So I picked up that one. Also, the one that I really was in search of was the Piglet and Pooh Bear one. Not too many people make the Pooh Bear line, and because I've been collecting Nenodroids for the past couple months now, I 100% wanted this figure. They have a great Pokemon collection too, so if you are into some Pokemon stuff, highly suggest and check out these Nenodroids. They are pretty expensive. They can go from $60 to 90 bucks, but they are well worth it. And with that, they gave us the 1,000 piece thank you for their figures that they made, 1,000 pieces. You can just add your little Nenodroid on there and that will be a stand. Again, now going with the girlfriend, she buys unique stuff. And when seeing this Snow White picture here for $5 at one of the booths, she grabbed it. That was one of her figures that she got. That was a interesting pick. Again, I enjoy when she goes with me because we'd go up and down every single booth. I was very undercover in disguise. No one really knew who I was. So that day was just so relaxing. And then that follows up with my pickup, and that was the Catwoman exclusive. This is the Mezco figure. After looking up every single aisle at New York Comic Con, this was the figure I stopped and got. I paid $100 for it. It was their last exclusive at this one booth, and I don't know how many booths I looked, every single one of them at New York Comic Con, and they barely had any Mezco figures. And if they did, I already had them. I'm looking for the PX exclusive stuff. Yeah, so this was my big pickup for today. I was excited, and I told the girlfriend at the end, you should be pretty proud of me. We just looked at every single booth at New York Comic Con, and I left home with one figure. I am extremely picky. Let me grab that other thing that she bought, which was this Disney Stitch that I believe she paid $20 for. It is from a company, Jim Shore's collection. Stitch with the Toad. I've never seen the movie, she did it, but me and Punky have a little Toad thing. I'm looking for a frog statue with his hands on his hips. For like 5 years. We passed on it one time. Yeah, it was a big mess up. So that was her other pickup. Pretty cool and interesting. What unique pulls we had here, and I'm glad I picked up the Nenodroids and finding this Catwoman. The one booth, Toy-tastic, had something I wanted. It wasn't there the next day. I should have pulled the trigger, but I'm kind of happy I didn't because I wanted a different Mezco. That was not my only thing I did at New York Comic Con on the second day, which was Friday. I actually came home and went back to New York for 2 events. There was a sideshow event as well as a Funko event. The Funko Fiends in New York had their little party. Shout out to them and Anthony Peaks. With that being said, I have a bunch of goodies from both parties, I think. If they are all in here, there's a bunch of them. I actually think the... Nope, that's a Pokemon one. That's not it either. That. The one thing that is missing is going to be the limited edition pin that Sideshow Party gave out. They had plenty of raffles. There was probably, I was entered in maybe 40 raffles. I won nothing out of all of them. It was an entry one. You could buy extra tickets, but I didn't buy any. And again, if there was 40 drawings out of both parties, I didn't win anything. What you got from that one event was the pin, the limited edition pin. I already had one of them, but it was great to have another one. They gave us 2 of those because we had 2 tickets. But from the actual Funko Fiends party, they had so many different pins. This isn't all of them. I had like a bunch of them in a bag and a pile, but these were the ones that I grabbed at the end. Christina CC Customs, I believe this was Huz Geek Together. Her and her husband do everything together. They have a little podcast, which was great. I believe they even had the Funcast on there. This was one of hers too. Everybody loves pineapples. Why can't you go with that? We got some Funko Fiend pins. I got 2 of them right there. Coverly always sponsored the event. I'm so sorry, Coverly. I know I did that thing with you and I never posted a video. I suck. It's been over a year, but that was their Coverly pin. They sponsor it each and every year. This is not theirs. That's from another thing. Mike Eddie pins. So we got 2 of those. The Pin Life. Funko Fiends got pins all over them places. Came with a mini mystery as well. I always get these Walking Dead mini mysteries. A little Beamo, I think these called, or Beam Toys, or no, these are ghosts. The little ghost figure. Look at them, these little cute little ones. As well as this NAFF patch, which I promised them that I would wear in my next fight on my trunk. So shout out to you guys. Again, I went from the home to the con and back again, and on top of that, I worked out every single day, which I'm going to talk about in my next video, on my recap video for New York Comic Con 2019. So I'm going to move these all to the side. By the way, the pin that they have, this pin is off the charts. It's fire. This thing is fire. It was exclusive only to the con. It is ridiculous. I love that pin. It is now going to be Saturday. I usually don't go to the con on Saturday because it's so wild and crazy, but I won the lottery for that day, and I'm really glad I did because the other YouTubers that were going, Top Pops, Funko Pop Academy, Bearded Pop Hunter, we've seen the Funko Cop, and we've seen many others that were going to be there last day. Yeah, so kind of worked out that I went that day, and I was very proud and happy at the end of it, saying, hey, I did all this stuff. I'm glad. We had one thing on our radar, and that was the Funko booth. So if you guys seen my video, someone left a comment on it. I like how you said that you're gonna go to the Funko booth first and then you're gonna have fun, because it is stressful and it is insane. The line for it was like completely random, so it wasn't the beginning of here or there or another side. So this was a great opportunity for me to get there early to make some connections, so wherever side it didn't end up on, I was able to do that. Big shout out to the, I think it's IG Iron Man, _ Iron Man. Huge shout out to you. He's an Army vet, takes care of people, and is into boxing and fitness, and he does an Iron Man competition. So shout out to him, man. Big, huge thank you. First thing I should have did as soon as I left the Funko booth, head over to the Vaulted Vinyl booth and picked up their pop protectors, threw all my figures in the pop protectors, and had it a day, because some of them either came out damaged because I didn't look at them, or because I was picking it up and moving it, it got a little damaged. It was the Babe Ruth and the Dwight, which isn't that big a problem because I did pre-order the back order on the Dwight off Amazon. So starting off first, we got this for our boy Clyde at Brooklyn Geek, the one and only. But with the Ron English figure, oh, it does have a slipcover, look at that. Ron English slipcover. That is a 1,000 piece limited. He said he wanted it. I said, I got you, buddy. I wasn't so stressful that day because there was so many figures they didn't pick up for like the Bearded Pop Hunter's a fan of, and I could have got them, and same thing with Clyde. I know they want to take my leftovers, but I was so stressful those days that I just totally forgot about hitting them up because they just sat there and got wasted for the ones that didn't. So again, that's 1,000 piece limited. Ron English. I know he's these guys are sneakerheads, so I'm gonna leave that for him. Figures that I did pick up from the con. I got these ones also coming in off the Funko shop because I wasn't sure it's gonna be there, and that is Officer Freddy. So we're actually gonna have 2 of these for the collection. Another one I picked up that was great was the Donald Duck Fireman. I love the fact that they did the New York theme on this. They did a little bit at San Diego Comic-Con with the one toucan figure, and which I did love was that Funko went and designed the Paulie pigeons. I love them. There was another booth that you could have waited on for about 30 minutes to grab the New York Comic-Con exclusive with the pinstripes, which I am going to be in the hunt for now. I did order these off the Funko shop as well, which I got to get that other one. Oh, it's going to drive me crazy. I love it. Being from New York, it was definitely a big pickup for me. Blunt Man and Chronic 2-pack. This was exclusive to FYE or the actual con. Obviously, I grabbed it. Something I actually have to grab my brother too, so if anybody sees another one of these, let me know. My bro's in hunt of it. He's a doctor, he's older, but he saw it and he liked it. I gave him the Stan Lee as well, so the Stan Lee figure was given to him. So that was, I said, pick what you want. He said Stan Lee. Little interesting one, and I say interesting because this Babe Ruth was like exclusive only to the booth. I get it. I don't get it. So I'm glad I got him. I didn't pick up the common, but we got this one now, which was great. I also missed out on a Hello Kitty one too, so if you guys got a Hello Kitty, let me know. Shrimp Rick. I wasn't gonna get this in stores, so being at the Funko booth, I had to grab it. That would have been one that I would have passed, but I kind of grabbed it. I needed it. I needed it in my life, I guess. The Dwight Schrute holding the bobblehead, exclusive to Amazon. So if you didn't get this one, check Amazon. And so far, as of right now, all the boxes are the same. So if you are sticker swapping, it's really gonna be really hard to find out if they grabbed a damaged box and swiped them out, or the only other way is waiting till they show a comparison of a real New York Comic Con sticker to a fake one. So Dwight Schrute is on there. Evil Groundkeeper Willie, a must-have for me. I added all these to those vaulted vinyl actual protectors just yesterday, so I should have did it at the con, but I didn't. Groundkeeper Willie, so pumped and excited for this line. I gotta go pick up my order from Hot Topic from other ones. I'll do that this week. Piccolo, we got our boy Piccolo. He's floating there. I collect the SH figure arts now, but being on the line, you know, kind of gets you, and I got so many other exclusives, so I'll just add it to that. I did give the Vegeta away to the Funko Cop.
They just like, yeah, sure, man. You know what? If you even grab it out of the bag and get it signed, you can keep it. And I was like shocked. For somebody to like look out like that and tell me like, yo, just go in the bag, grab it, and get it signed, you can keep it. My favorite character of all time and probably any show is Vegeta. And for it to be at New York Comic Con and get it signed by Chris Sabat is dope. So automatically, this pop right here, Final Flash Vegeta, is the #1 grail in my collection.
Shout out to him. He said it was one of the best parts of his con was getting that, and that's what a lot of this is about, is getting the experience of those relationships that you would never have made unless you were into this kind of thing like collecting or whatever your niche is. So that was Piccolo. As girl, I almost gave this to Pop Tarts, but Pop Tarts was like, no, you don't have to do that. I said, okay, I'm not gonna do it then. Next time you should have said, I'll take it. Edgar Allan Poe, exclusive. Everybody keeps commenting the one with the crow is better, but at the end of it, the exclusive is always gonna be worth more, making less of them. So I will be picking up the other one with the crow. The Shrimp Morty, these things look great inside their box, or if you're gonna take them out. Benson from Toy Story, one thing that we love about these cons is they will make an exclusive figure to a Disney series that we really want, that we wouldn't never get, and Benson was one of them. I do have 4 of these now, so I have the set complete. I bought 3 off of Amazon. We have Vampire Burns. Awesome, love it. Again, the same kind of thing. Putting characters that may not sell well or they might not create on the shelves for people to collect, with the perfect timing with Halloween on top of a series that they just released. Home run. I'll get into this one too because these are probably the 3 of them. So these are the 3 Bensons. 1, 2, 3. So we have the 3 Benson figures, which are great. Glad to have them. I have my whole pack together now. Those all will be getting unboxed. There's no con unless you're getting some exclusive numbered ones. Yes, the Ron English ones, 1,000 pieces, but we got the Mickey on the bobsled. Very interesting. This should have been a Disney park exclusive. I wonder what they're gonna do with this mold. They're definitely not gonna waste it. 1,500 pieces. There's definitely gonna be someone coming out soon. After getting this in hand and bringing it home and presenting to the girlfriend, I kinda not feeling it at all as a keeper for me. And we're big Disney fans. She has every single Disney Funko Pop from Mickey Mouse. But we'll see what she says. I don't know. I may sell that one down the road just because of not being that big of a fan of it having enhanced. Beforehand, I was pumped. I really wanted it. Next to, no, I had to get it. It was 50 bucks. I'm glad I got it from the booth because I have to pay for the shipping, because when I went to go buy the box lunch, it was plus shipping, and I'm glad I didn't. But I'm pumped for this. Putting on display. I almost bought this house on eBay painted. They have like a wooden one because I follow one channel and they had these great things on Instagram. So I'm glad I waited out and got this. So this was probably one of my favorite pickups so far. Let me go grab the last piece. And that last piece is going to be, woo, baby, we got the pink chrome Batman. I even got pink hair for the con. It kind of works out as if I needed the pink chrome for this. Maybe it was my luck. Maybe I have to do this every con. They make a green chrome, which you got, blue chrome. I'm gonna, whatever it is, I'm gonna have to dye my hair. If they go red, which I'm probably going next with the hair color, I'm gonna have to go with that. So I'm pretty pumped, excited that I got this. I own the green ones, the yellow ones, the black ones. I own 2 green ones actually. So this going into the collection is pretty awesome. I love these limited numbered ones, these exclusive ones, which are great. It makes the con for everybody, keeping the product not saturated and very tough to keep up with or dream on. So this was definitely a great figure. I'm very happy and proud that I got this. The other things that we did grab, we stopped at the Retro Gaming, I think it's D-Pad Retro Gaming, pulled this mystery box where we got the 500 piece limited Foot Soldier. I remember when these came out in 2017 that people were selling them for $250, $200. I said, you guys are crazy. You guys are insane. Anyways, we were able to pull this. Great pull. Big shout out to them. That was their first time doing the mystery boxes and setting up that booth like that. They even had the Overwatch character doing signings. It was amazing. So if I had to pick the booth of the Rookie of the Year kind of thing, it's definitely going to be the D-Pad Retro Gaming one. So I'm excited to see them next year, and they're going to be at the same spot every year if they're going to go back. Stash Loot. Stash Loot had this pictures, I believe it was 25 pieces limited. I was able to get it signed by his wife, that she put this work together. This was awesome. I'm gonna put this in the back of my live streams. Big shout out to them. I loved it. I thought it was a great little thing. I'm sorry that I didn't go back to your booth the next day because I skipped out on Sunday. I went up. I really did. Which comes into a few other things I was able to get. This was one of 2 of the Bearded Pop Hunters pins. I have the other one with the mop somewhere. I have a lot of stuff. It's gonna go in my pin collection. Very pumped. One of the best pins I've seen. This and the Funko Fiends. Then you gotta add in the Care Bear. Yikes. Lastly, we picked up one of these bad boys. for Bordy, show some support, and that was the Top Pops Tee, baby. New York Comic Con 2019. These were limited to 25 each, and there was 4 different colors, so there was 100 of them. Shout out to him for getting his little shirt on there. Shout out to D-Pad Gaming. We went to Toy Tokyo booth. You see him kind of happen, but that was my entire haul for New York Comic Con 2019. I'm gonna post a video right after this, going either for, if I got enough footage for the day I went with Punky, or I'm gonna post my thoughts on New York Comic Con 2019, a little recap video. Yeah, let's go. Boom. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's a lot of figures we picked up. There's a lot of stress there, but I did have a game plan, so I was very happy with that. Let me know which figures that you guys picked up and which guys that you wish you could pick up. What if you picked up a Top Pops t-shirt? Bearded Pop Hunt had some great pins. The other boots were amazing. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and like it. You guys know. Yes. We got New York Toy Fair next too. Yeah, they actually sell it. We can grab one of these.
Yo, you think I got this surprise? Yo, he deserves it. He deserves it, and you would deserve that. Yeah, he walked away.
I'm pretty sure he should have known